Alright, pony down. I've been waiting for this race for a year. I don't know how I missed it in the past. It was probably when I was taking a little break. But I caught this video last year and I was like, oh my god, I have got to come here. So we are doing a hands on your helmet start, which I think I'd rather do that than a shotgun style one where you're holding your handlebars in the opposite direction off the bike. So that worked for me. I got electric start, not exactly complaining. What I am complaining about is, oh my gosh, the dust. I don't like charging too fast into super big dusty areas. I guess that's what kept me alive a couple of races here. Especially because I wasn't super familiar with the layout. We walked some areas, but not all areas. So I parked next to Stanko 002, but he's got a new number. Can't think of it off the top of my head. Oh, it's the cartage on the hill. And so Stanko, Deck, and me went and walked the enduro section and went and checked out the motocross section. And then basically by the time we were back, it was time to start changing and get going. Oh, I'll tell you what. I forget if I threw any other tracks out there for track of the year, but this is definitely my track of the year. It was flowy, it was tight, it was high, it was low, it was sideways. This thing had so many things to offer. The only thing that I didn't get full use of is the motocross track, just because, I don't know, since I crashed so many times, I'm not feeling very jumpy right now, and so there was a couple doubles in there that I know I could have made. I could have pushed it and been good with them, but I said, I'm not going to do it. But what I did do is to cut the time, maybe not so much energy, but time, is I did not do any bypasses besides for the one that was a very steep downhill to some sort of mud kind of area. A couple people told me to stay away from the hill climb, and I was going to. And then I just got the spur of the moment. Hey, you want to race a hard enduro next year, but you really have never done any hill climb? Are you crazy? So I was like, all right, screw it. I'm doing the hill climb. And, I got the 300, so I wasn't worried as much about the power as I just didn't check out the hill at all. And I've never really done any really good hill climbing. There we go. The moral, or the story for this race is my front end seems to be light through this sand. Oh, in every sandy corner, that front end was floating. So I don't know, I might raise up my forks another 5 millimeters in the triple clamp, put a little more tire pressure on there, or just leave it. I don't know. I'll look into it more. But anyways, yeah, the hill climb. I was like, worst comes to worst. I burnt energy my very first time trying it, and then I just take the bypass after. But I got up about 90%, 95%, so I was happy with that. I was able to push the bike up the last couple feet. There's a ton of people up there helping out, so that was even better. And yeah, I ended up doing, for my 4 laps, I did three attempts at the hill. I never got it clean. Each time I made it between 80 to 90%. Whoops. I was going to lean up against the tree to rebalance, and no, it did not work out. The tree was dead. But yeah, so I took the enduro cross section, I did the hill climb. Now this part confused me right here. I'm going through, and anywhere we can always hit with speed. As soon as I'm coming up through here, this guy's yelling at me to, I don't know, slow down, and I'm just like, was scoring over there? Did I miss something? I don't know. So, it is what it is. to me, those are my areas that I'm able to carry speed over someone that's not comfortable doing that. So, Millie, hey, hang on, my dog will be barking. Okay, I'm back. Doggies are outside. Now we'll just hear craziness in the distance. But yeah, I not only did my first really good hill climb besides one at one ORV trail. I can't remember. I had a decent hill climb, but these downhills. Oh my gosh, I've never had to do downhills like this neither. So that's why my personal vote for the year of this track is here, because it has so much to offer. I would really hate to see a really beginner rider trying to do this. I won't say I struggled, but I definitely used my skills of many years of riding to make it through all this. So if you are a newer rider, not as experienced, and you made it through this, then congratulations to you. You win your own trophy. You know, like those ones that say, I tried, but actually, you tried, but you did. I tried throwing in a little bit of everything, but I don't think I have much motocross track in there because I just rolled everything. This is going to be a 3-series video. So, this video is laps 1 and 2, and I just had so much going on in the other laps, my video would have been 40 minutes long. So, I'll wait till probably this Friday and go do a part 2, to get that video done and out, and then I'll throw up a unedited, just 1 complete lap. So, I think those 1 complete laps are good for the people that say they're racing this track in a year, and you want to go through and see what an actual full lap, non-edited, looks like. So, that's the plan so far. Oh. So what I said was, I made it through all that just to go fall at the very end, you know, like, it is what it is. You can tell my energy level in this first lap because, oh, there's a log in the way, let's go over that log. After about the second lap, I was like, ooh, there's a log in the way, alright, let me just mosey over to the side. I was very careful going through these bridges though, because I did not want to end up in the river. Not that it was really deep or anything, but I just didn't like it wet. I have to dig my bike out of there. That was just up to the challenge. So my buddy Deck did a 50 plus speed. And I was like, oh man, those guys are fast, you know. Those like the old timers that raced in the 80s, 90s, and you know, they're now up in age, but they're still really fast. And I think he got 3rd place. I was like, oh my god, cool, that's really good for you. So speaking of that, the last race, I think I was like 21st, 22nd, you know, nice stacked field of racing and mud. And this race, I'm not sure if it's because I didn't take any bypasses, but oh, that 300. Yeah, I'm like, easy. 300 power, that's what that was. Fresh, soft tire in the back and 300 cc, that will get you up there. But anyways, yeah, so, I forgot what I was talking about before that. Keep going. Maybe it'll come back to me, maybe it won't. I had some better flowy areas that I was maintaining speed. I think what's helping me is riding at Todd's place. Just standing up more, that kind of stuff. Love these downhills. Oh, these downhills are perfect. I think I'm yelling at him. I'm just yelling because I'm having such a good time. You go down, you go up, you go across the side. Tell you what though, if this would have been a mud race, ooh, that would have been rough. All these off-camber hills, I can only imagine how fun that would have been. This was pretty cool right here. It don't look like nothing on camera, but I just usually just slid my back tire right around the corner and drop down. You have to be really careful here, man. Thank God they were flagging up top. If you would have go down, you would have been... 300 was screaming. I didn't get put in my red spring like I posted up on my Pony Down 418 on Facebook. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put that red spring in the day of the race. I'm gonna be ballsy. And then I went and looked at all these different obstacles and how technical a lot of this was gonna be. And I was like, I don't think it's a good idea to go throw in the Screaming Demon red spring. So I didn't do it. But bike's running really good. I mean, you can hear it when I'm getting on it. It's definitely screaming. Just need to keep that throttle twisted more. This is a good drop right there. A lot of, oh man, I'm telling you, if you've ever listened to anything or even thought about anything I've ever said, suggested, if you have not been here next year, you have got to come. This place, I did a 3-hour drive, and I would have drove 4 hours. This place is that good to ride.
I've been waiting a year to come to here. I somehow missed this place in the regular lineup.
I should have been gunning that. That's a great way. But I think this was first lap. Like I said, I didn't walk all the course. I didn't really know what to expect. Like I didn't know this huge hill climb was coming. I think that was third gear all the way up. So, little momentum and hit the gas. Gonna have a little story time for you guys coming up. I'm gonna wait until the picture comes up, then I start my story time. Yeah, I don't know if I would have made this course with what was just in my gas tank, and I was really worried about this is a pretty good downhill right here. I like this one. But yeah, so I ended up stopping in for one time. I thought I needed gas, and then I was like, nope, don't need gas. So I went back out. And I think it was on my third lap that I went and actually stopped and got gas. And I came back with, I think, a half tank or something. So it's new. Oh, here's. Alright, here we go.
Come on!
I needed more speed. That's what I needed right here. Should have clutched it and got a little bit more speed. I was hoping that the 300 was going to lug up it. Oh, look at that. So close.
Good try, man. I tried!
I think my story time's coming up. Okay, guess what? It's story time. Alright, so as you guys can see, the turkey feather is back on the helmet. So here's the story time behind that. Natalie went and sent me a message on my 418 Facebook page like, hey, was it you or Bruce that used to, use the feather? And I was like, oh yeah, that's me. I definitely get to use it. She's like, oh, you should bring that back, you make the easier spot. That's actually a pretty good idea. And I went to go check my old helmet, and my feather's not on there. And she had mentioned that they had an extra one in the trailer, but I wasn't going to be like, oh yeah, I'll come find you, just like 100,000 people of cars and trailers here. So I just kind of put it to the back of my head, and I was going to be like, yeah, I couldn't find my feather. So we're at starting line, and I see this little kid walk in with a feather, and I was like, oh god, that would be the perfect feather for me. This kid found this feather out here, and he's walking around with it. So I went and I looked away for a second, and then next thing you know, I see Natalie going and be like, yeah, give it to him. And I was like, oh my god, that's for me. You brought the feather to me. So it was a nice little story. And then I got to meet Natalie's husband after the race. They watched the videos and stuff, so it's really cool. And yeah, little things like that just make me keep pushing through times whenever I'm not motivated to do a video, or just don't have the time to do it, but I do it. So that was good. It was a feel-good story. So thank you guys very, very much. I appreciate it. And just to show you how much I fall. And actually, to believe it or not, through all this like bushwhacking I did, I thought for sure that feather was going to be either destroyed or lost. And I got to the end, and the feather was still there. I was like, all right, it was meant to be. Gotta keep rocking it. Love a lot of these straightaways. The whoop started really getting me whenever I was fatigued. This section was starting to get a little goofy. I see people stuck. I see people taking a break there, like they got stuck and just got out. So I was being a little cautious there. Where are we? We're back to the downhill. Oh, the kids. The kids were having a blast this race. Because there's so much to do there. They had the creek, they had this, they had that. So, yeah. Good memories for a kid growing up, going to the races and having places like this to play at. See, it's all the feather. People recognizing me. Got a couple of photos coming up from District 14 Hare Scramble photos. They must have been right on top of the hill. Yeah, see, I can come through. Look at that. This is like my passing zone area. I don't know why I wanted to slow down. I mean, I'm not sure if it's a safety thing. I thought people might go venture off to the people off to the side. Someone's coming up fast. Gone. Man, they went down that downhill probably with no brakes on.
Let the fun begin.
Going down the nice
Down there, bud.
oh, I was afraid I was going to hit him from behind and go flying down. But maneuvered around. These areas were probably my favorite section. Down by the creek, up and down the hills. I feel like I cheated a tiny bit with the recluse at a 300, but hey, you choose your weapon for what you want to do, right? I could have done this in my 150 though. Deck road 150. Same year, same everything is mine. that's the section that was over to the left a little bit. It was just a pretty good downhill, and then it went to the like a mud area, big old muddy circle. I was afraid I wouldn't be able to slow down in time to steer away from the muddy circle. So that's the one time I went down to it. My computer is not storage. Yeah, just let it roll. You don't need to hear it. I don't know why, but fast guys always got squeaky brake. Zoom by, squeak. Zoom by, squeak. Turn, squeak. These little tiny mud sections, I felt after last week's race that like I was a pro going through them. Like, ha! You think I can't make it through this? You should have seen last week's race.
300 power!
That felt like it was like fourth gear was lugging up there. I never like really got to the power band. Here my fan's running, which I killed the fan, or sorry, killed the battery last race. I went to go leave and the battery was like, I don't think so. Threw it on the charger for a couple minutes, it was good. So it was in the back of my head for this race. So I heard it running, but didn't really hear it running the whole time. And then boom, it was good at the end of the race, so I'm happy. So happy that I have fallen. Told you, the sandy turn. Oh. Does anyone else have sandy turn problems with their front tire? Or is it just me? I don't know. I even like scooched up on the front of the seat trying to put more frontwards pressure down on the tire. Didn't help. So I'm running a M59 front tire, in case anyone's wondering if they're going to suggest a tire suggestion. My favorite downhill. That's it. See, after racing here, I'm ready for hard enduro next year. Maybe not. Chris said I gotta go and just practice a whole bunch of switchbacks. Okay. So need to practice those. I got a little spot on my property. I should be able to get some done. We'll see. Then what else? You want to train for a hard enduro, just pick up your bike up and down about 100 times and you'll get some training in. Oh, that's a bad spot to be lifting up your bike. Oh, this one is really fun. Is the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, I'm coming up quick and whoa! I thought one of us was going to be going down. We just made it together. For me, this was a very positive race. Like, the last race was kind of negative. You can tell my frustration with racers and stuff, and four-letter words. I have a single four-letter word this whole race, not even under my breath. I was having so much fun. But, yeah, here we go. Let's go downhill. There's this one drop, I forget if it's right here, but There's a couple times I thought I better not hold on to that front brake too hard because you go to the handlebars in a second. Luckily my old school BMX skills for coming into play some of this stuff. I think this is my worst attempted one. I needed more speed right here. I was doing good, and then all of a sudden I went right here. Didn't realize there was all those bricks there, and it might have been probably what took me out. But oh well, I had fun, tons of fun. This would be the end of part 1. You're gonna have to stay tuned for part 2. Trust me, it's that good that I divided it up, because if it wasn't, I wouldn't do it. That's me coming up the hill climb there. And there's me down the hill climb. As you can see, District 14 hair scramble photos. Give them a check. Great stuff.